How's everybody doing today? This is going to be a fairly short video because um, it's Friday. The GDP numbers came in, and basically, as you can see off to the left, the market has been doing fairly well. It hasn't tanked because of the FOMC uh, meeting or anything like that. So we're really doing well today. But let me keep it pushing. The video, amp, amp. And as you can see, amp is down 0.75% on the day here um, at 2 zeros and 8, which is not doing as well. But just moments ago, believe it or not, just moments ago before I started this video, this whole line was green. I mean, everything I had, pretty much was in agreement with maybe one or two exceptions. I mean, like no longer than 5 minutes ago, after I was watching maybe a few guys' video, Keenan, um, Matt, Perry, and who else? Video I was watching. A video that I like. I think his name is. Let me try to remember his video. Anyway, I'll bring it up a little bit later. Nonetheless, I watched it, um, but I want to talk about my coin AMP. 2 zeros and an 8. It's down as you can see, but on in the last 24 hours, but on the last 7 days, as you can see, it's been up. Last month it's been up as well. So I'm really looking at how well this coin has been doing over the last month. Although the market overall has been down, which is not a good thing, but it's something I can live with. As you can see in my official portfolio here, excuse me. As you can see in my official portfolio, let me see if I can do one other thing if I were to go back and open up this really quick. Give me a moment. Let me try something really quick with my portfolio. Okay, amp. So I don't think I covered anything about the coins yet, like how many coins I'm currently holding. Okay, yeah. Right now I'm holding 3,181 coins, roughly with a value of $28.36 because it was one of those coins I invested $100 again, $100 in again back in February, uh, where I spent the tune of about $5,000 on roughly 37 coins to position myself. So, and I'll cover that a little bit more in detail for you guys. But officially, on my Coinbase Pro, I would like to just basically go over, my holdings. Here it is, AMP. Officially, yes, I have 3,181 coins, roughly valued at $28.37. Wow, these two prices are just off by like 1 penny, if you can believe that, just 1 penny. But this is the official amount of my holdings in AMP, which is something I'm really proud about. This is what I posted just yesterday to kind of inform you guys, like, uh, generally, what is the next coin I'll be covering in videos. So I usually drop in Twitter, and if you like these pages, go to my Twitter page. It's Crypto Coin Mike, uh, hashtag Crypto Coin Mike on Twitter, and you can kind of get a preview of what are the videos that I'll be running the next day or 2 days down, or in the near future. You'll just kind of know. So anyway, this is this is just kind of like a lead into the video of AMP, and I put that on my Twitter, and I think I put it on some other social media platforms like Instagram or maybe Facebook as well. And I'm hoping AMP will go to $5 soon. But before I get into all of that, I just kind of wanted to add that up for you. Let's go into AMP. We're gonna get into some of the statistics again, what some people are actually saying about AMP, and see if this is a good coin to be in, and exactly what is the utility of the AMP coin and its ranking so high um, in the crypto coin space. Because right now the ranking is up. Let me see, 101. So out of 10,000 coins, AMP is it's just below that line of top 100 coins that I like to be in. I mean, generally, probably when I first purchased the coin, it was solidly in the top 100. But now, as you can see, it's coin 101 today. And that's on coin market cap. But let me go into some of the things people are saying. The bears, excuse me. Let's go into what the bears and the bulls are saying currently uh, about the coin. Okay. So at quick glance, we can see, there's a few bulls who commented on it, and it just seems like in this quick review, the bulls seem to favor commenting on coin market cap about AMP. So that's a good thing. Even though there are quite a few bears who's commenting, but like always, I'm gonna go to the top and try to comment on the first commenter just to kind of get an idea as to what is being said about the coin, and hopefully I can kind of bring the light to you guys as to why these commenters are saying the things that they're saying about the coin. Basically, it says, don't see this one recovering, at least not anytime soon. I think it will hit 2 cent again and crash. Well, Nathan, I disagree. I think this one will be recovering because of its strong use for the blockchain, for crypto in general. I mean, AMP is one of those coins who basically creeps along, and it creeps along because of the utility of the coin. And we're going to get into the utility. So I can't fully agree with it, but to see it at 2 cents, okay. Once again, I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to say your 2 cents multiplied by the number of coins. I think we read my coin count at, just to make to be sure, my coin count of AMP to be 3181. So we're going to go and use 3181. 3181. Okay, and if you can remember, my initial investment into this coin was roughly $100. And I'm not sure if we've covered that. So let me make sure I did that correctly, because if it goes to 2 cents from where it's currently at, then my holdings would be worth, $63.62. Okay, I'm not sure if that's well below the actual price that I purchased it at, but we'll get into that. Um, I don't know my average price of AMP right off the top of my head, but I will show you exactly what is those figures. But I would just, I'm going to comment on some of these comments here. I think it will hit 2 cent again and crash. Possibly. I mean, it's been bullish lately. So, I mean, I can't totally disagree, but to see it pump back up to 2 cents and then crash, I mean, for me, my buy-in was a little bit more than 2 cents. Obviously, if I have $100 worth, but you know, even if it does crash, I'll DCA in or dollar cost average in at a lower price to bring my average cost down. So I'll hold more amp. I mean, the utility of this coin, and because it's generally in the top 100, makes it an ideal coin for me at least to invest in. And like I said, I'm gonna go over some of the reason as to why I am to AMP. Okay, this one says I'm bullish on AMP, and I totally agree. I mean, I feel the same way. I feel the same way as most of the commenters here who have somehow taken a bullish position as to where AMP could be and where AMP is going. I would even imagine this commenter hoping AMP could possibly go down so he could take a larger position, or they can take a larger position in to basically DCA in uh, into AMP. So like he said, like the commenter said, I'm extremely bullish on AMP. The coin to great, well, no. AMP is going down, baby, slowly. All coins with ICOs centralized like Solana, Quant will go down as securities. Regulations are here. Coins like Bitcoin, Ergo, Cardano, I think that's supposed to be Cardano, and a few others will remain and stand tall among the ruins. Well, I somewhat disagree only because again the utility of AMP um, make it a strong use case for the blockchain. And again, I'm gonna go into that. So I'm not sure as to where this comes from. AMP is going down, baby. Um, I would like to see the price go down a little further. Before perhaps the new year, but I don't I don't really see any of the coins really, taking a deep dive just before the election because I'm sure the president doesn't want to go into, you know, um, a defined recession going into an election. I'm more than sure that that is not the position anyone is taking on in this midterm election. So I think like most financial analysts, they're taking a very cautious analysis, if you will, of of financials and not really hurting this current administration with so so much negativity surrounding the economy. Yet the economy is somewhat negative, but most of the analysts are kind of, how can I say it, just belt tightening it to where as they're leading us, which I think is in a good way, um, to believe that it's being under control, managed, uh, and I'm good with that. I'm very good with that. So that's the reason I think a lot of these cryptos are up and down in the volatility of 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 these markets is because of the election cycle. But let me keep it pushing. I want to read one or two more. I think AMP is a sleeper, and I totally agree with you. I mean, in short, I totally agree. Um, coin stats now, just to kind of give you a better. AMP is in my top 10. Okay, so as you can see, AMP being in my top 10, basically, um, yeah. Back on February 8th, 2022, I purchased $100 of AMP, which I received 3,181 coins. The current value is $28.41. Yeah, and basically the coin has lost roughly 72% of its value. The average buy in which I purchased AMP at February 8th was roughly about 3 cents. So the guy saying it, you know, going to 2 cents, yeah, I would love for it to go to 2 cents, but 2 cents would only say I would probably be down by 40%. I really need to see this kind of pump up in like the 27 cents to $5 range. Roughly, that's what I'm looking at. Ideally, I think my bullish outlook on where AMP could be, say, like a year from now, is roughly $5, quite frankly. And so I'll be cashing up on purchasing more AMP in a very near future. And 31.81 at $5. See, for me, looking at AMP, I'm very bullish on where AMP could be. Just with the current holding and where, if not for this um, uh, crypto winter, AMP will well be on the way to $5 a coin, and I'll show you as to why. This is AMP's home page, and basically it kind of explains to people what AMP is, and it goes immediately into explaining how it's a digital collateral. And I'll just kind of read it to you. It says, when transferring digital assets, there's a natural push and pull between speed and security. With cryptocurrency transfers, the more confirmations the recipient waits for, the more permanent the transaction becomes. However, waiting for several confirmations may not be practical in many real life situations, such as payments, when speed is of the essence. I totally agree. The inherent trade off between speed and security has made it challenging to use cryptocurrencies in the real world. So what I guess it's saying is that it's trying to bridge the gap in making cryptocurrencies transactionable in the real world. And if it does become, a very strong use case for transactions, well, it has to provide, I guess, on that blockchain in contracts the ability for uh, a huge number a huge number of transactions, per second to be officiated in regards to, debit and credit, like for payment. And so by serving as collateral for asset transfers, AMP provides speed without compromising on security. In essence, AMP becomes the universal clearing layer for transfers and unlocks assets that would otherwise require waiting for confirmations before being put to use. So what I guess they're saying is how, like, if there's a transaction that needs to be going through uh, with a certain amount of security and speed, because you know that AMP as a coin or a token could be used in place for a lot of these transactions because of the lack of speed and security that other coins just don't bring to the blockchain. So this new ability to use any asset immediately upon transfer is a feature any asset can benefit from, whether digital or physical, cryptocurrency or central bank digital currency (CBDC). So what it's saying is saying like use this as the collateral for the transaction to go through, yet when the transaction hasn't completed, being put together electronically. And that's what is kind of making, like what it goes on to say in the next paragraph, a unique coin with a very strong use case, because you can use the dog coins, a person can use, or a company can use the sheaves and as a form of payment or a transaction. But if you're waiting for confirmations, like one guy yesterday had posted on Twitter, he's like 5 hours, into this confirmation thing, and the transaction has not yet completed. And so what he was doing was either accepting a cryptocurrency or using a cryptocurrency for payment, and after 5 hours of confirmations, because it was just being backed up for whatever reason, uh, this really couldn't happen, but yet was happening, but very slowly. And so that's what AMP brings to the blockchain. The blockchain is saying, okay, yeah, we know you can use a SHIB and a dog coin as payment in a contract for a transaction, but how quickly will that be done? How quickly will you be off on your way after saying, okay, here's your money, or thank you for payment, you know, in crypto? I mean, how long will it take? Uh, and AMP is the, how can I say it, the source or the collateral for this to instantly, if you will, to take place. Um, so what I guess is AMP is saying here is that they're putting together a contract with other cryptocurrencies for AMP to be used as the collateral for uh, speedier processing on these blockchains with the security. And so I don't want to get into like a lot of the specifics, but I just want you to kind of understand how a lot of coins can be used as assets for buying and selling on contract on these chains, but um, there's a lot of underlying factors that has to go into it as well. Security being probably the most important aspect of a transaction, and then yet uh, 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 speed would probably be the second underlining factor in regards to a transaction, and then probably the third would be like the 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 numbers of the number of transactions that these blockchains are providing for transactions. So, with the combination of speed, the number or the amount, and security, you know, leads me to believe, because a lot of coins can't provide that, uh, but a coin like AM is dealing with the challenges of you know having their coin used as collateral for other coin or other tokens on these blockchains that may run into the problem of security or even speed or you know, any problem that they could have. So that's what AMP is trying to be, a digital collateral for other transactions, or even their own transactions, until it becomes, commonplace to accept an AMP coin, if you will, as a form of payment, or a form of a transaction, or a form of a contract, you know, because like they say, when using AMP as collateral, transfers of value are guaranteed, and can settle instantly, while the underlying asset reaches final settlement, a process that can take anywhere from seconds to days. Uh, Believe it or not, I'm more than sure. A lot of people don't understand how these transactions work. Although they're going through, once again, a lot of them can take anywhere from seconds to days. And so that's not what a lot of people using cryptocurrency as currency want. And whether it be them accepting or using coins. So that's why I think its utility, or AMP's utility, for the blockchain could, you know, only grow. And I'm looking for it to do so. The only way I don't think it will grow, as like some of these commenters were saying, is if someone builds a better mousetrap, and I don't really see that happening yet. But if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell on your computer there, because, like I said, it always helps my channel out. Wow, back into the green, people. Back into the green. Like I said, prior to that video, I mean, I was looking at a lot of green. I mean, I don't know what happened as to what was going on, as soon as I started making this video, but I am surely glad to see, my amp back into the green. Uh, but like always, I'm going to post on Twitter, and you can go to my Twitter. That's uh, Crypto Coin Mike. That's my Twitter handle, and you can find basically what my next video is going to be. But like always, these videos that I'm currently doing are basically my holdings within my top 10. So I'll be covering my next coin tomorrow. Till then, see you until the next video. Bye.